How's it going, guys? Jake here. Welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. In today's video, I'm going to answer a couple questions about this truck right here behind me. Stay tuned. So this truck and this dumpster are both mine. I picked this up a few weeks ago from a buddy who told me he was selling it and knew that I was kind of in the market for a slightly larger truck, one that was a little bit more capable than my F-250. And he let me know that he had it, and we worked out a little deal, and the price was right, so I jumped on it. This is a 1992 International L4600 LP, and the LP stands for the low profile, meaning that it's lower to the ground. It's not on 22.5-inch rims. It's on 19.5-inch rims. Still the same size cab and everything. It's just a little bit lower version. And it's not quite as heavy duty as your full, International DT 466 and stuff. It has a 7.3 International non-turbo motor in it. So it doesn't have the most power in the world, but what it lacks in power, it makes up for in its extremely low gearing. Now it is a hook lift truck. So I got the flatbed with it and this dumpster can with it. I believe the dumpster can is about 10 yards because it's about 10 feet long and it has the high sides. So I believe that makes it about a 10-yard dumpster. But basically, my thought in buying this truck was that I was kind of running into a bottleneck with my dump trailer here. As much as I love it, it was kind of pulling double duty. I would show up to a job and I would have the mini skid steer, the tractor in it, and then we would take down the tree and I would have to load the wood in the trailer and then take the wood to wherever it was going to be dumped. And then I would have to go back to the job site to load up the machine. With this truck, I can kind of do it all in one shot. If I'm bringing the mini skid steer to the job, it fits pretty well right on this flatbed. And then I can tow the dump trailer with it, load up the dump trailer with all the logs, put the mini skid steer on the flatbed, and drive off into the sunset. If I'm taking the tractor to the job, I can either have the flatbed or the dumpster on the back. The tractor would be in the dump trailer because it's obviously too big to fit in either the dumpster or the flatbed. And I can load up either the flatbed or the dumpster with some of the logs. Now, I know this dumpster and the flatbed probably won't hold quite as much as the dump trailer, but it's still better than nothing. And in most cases, I think I would probably be able to get away with it. Now, as you can see, this truck is very special. Like I said, my buddy owned it, and he's a diesel mechanic. He does all the work on my F-250. He's done all the diesel work on my previous diesel trucks. He works on all my buddies' diesel trucks. He's very good at what he does. He's pretty much worked on this truck the majority of its life. A tree company owned this truck and used it as a spray rig. They actually put the sprayer on the flatbed and pretty much only used it for spraying. The truck is a 1992, I had mentioned before. It only has 52,000 miles on it. And all of those 52,000 miles, it was maintained by my buddy at their shop and his father. So I kind of went into this knowing what I was getting. It was always garage kept. It's in very good condition for its age, and it has pretty low miles on it, but enough miles where it was driven around. My buddies owned it for about the past 2 or 3 years, and he bought it off the tree company. When they told him that they were going to put it up for sale, he immediately jumped on it and made a deal with the owner, and he had it to just use around his house, dumpster runs, stuff like that, for the past couple of years. So now I'm thankful that it's in my possession. The only thing is, it's a 5-speed stick. I do know how to drive stick, but my experience and my knowledge of stick pretty much is limited to driving in parking lots. I've driven trucks, doing snow removal and salt spreading and stuff in parking lots that were stick. I've driven cars that were stick, but never really to any great extent out on the open road. So today I'm waiting for my father. He's gonna get here, and we're actually gonna be driving it, the longest I've ever driven it, back down to Sam's house to pick up RuggedMade log splitter on the back of the flatbed. I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to take it on a somewhat longer of a drive rather than just around the local roads around here. It'll give me some good experience doing a lot of stop signs, some uphills, especially some uphill starts, and we'll see how I do. I'm kind of a little bit nervous. I understand how to shift and everything like that, but in my mind and actually applying it to the road are two completely different things. So bear with me. I don't know how much actual footage we'll get of me driving the truck, but I'm sure my dad will be happy to give a synopsis of our roughly 35-minute drive back down to Sam's to get the RuggedMade log splitter. So here's a look inside the cab, guys. It's a little dirty, but we're about to fix that up. It's a classic old work truck. 3 pedals on the ground, big stick in the middle, and then you got your controls for the hook lift portion. Believe it or not, the ceiling light, dome light, actually still works, which is pretty cool. Radio still works. Blowers still work for the heat. It doesn't have air conditioning, but it does blow, air. Windshield wipers and everything still works. All the lights work. So it was definitely well maintained. May not be the prettiest truck overall, but it's got a little toolbox over on this side. Can actually be throwing some straps in there. Strap down the log splitter. It's got all new tires all the way around, all new brakes. I believe my buddy put a new clutch in it not too long ago. Not really much rust on it at all. And then we got a big toolbox over here, which I think will be pretty good to store my chainsaws, bar oil, stuff like that. Now, this truck, as I mentioned, has the 7.3 non-turbo by International. I had a 7.3 turbo diesel from International. It was a 96 F350. I absolutely love that truck. 4-door long bed. I had it all souped up. Exhaust, chip, the whole 9 yards. This one, not quite as powerful. You can throw a turbo on there, but because it's geared so low, I don't know how much that'll actually help. But the biggest thing, or reason why I bought this truck, is the GVW. The GVW on it is 21,000 pounds. So it's considerably higher than my pickup truck, which I believe is 12,499 or 12,499. This truck, I did have to get DOT numbers for it because its GVW is over 18,000 pounds. And because the GVW of my Sure-Trac dump trailer over here is 14,000 pounds, I'm going to need to get my Class A CDL. Strictly for the weight and the fact that it's going to be combination. I do have a Class B CDL, so that was good. I have my Class A permit, and once I get comfortable driving the truck, I'll go up for the road test and hopefully pass that with flying colors. That way I can legally drive the truck with the trailer out to the jobs and make some money. So, like I said, it's a little bit dirty, so I actually got my little blower here and a little bag for the garbage. I'm going to blow out the cab, get it cleaned up a little bit as I'm waiting for my father to get here, and then we'll hit the road. Got her blown out. It's a little better. I guess it's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. This just blew out of the cab of the truck. Either somebody has really terrible taste in cigars, or I'd say they were probably smoking some of the devil's lettuce. The more I'm going through this truck, the more little funny things I find. New car scent. Maybe if we were back in 1992. I don't think we need this anymore. Fire extinguisher is good. And I saw back there, I don't know if you could see them, but we got our orange triangles. Oh, and a pen. Always good to have a pen. Well, I'm up in the cab here, and look what I found another of. Oh, if trucks could talk, I'd be interested to know what they were doing with all these cigars. Darn kids. Well, my father just showed up in his loaner car. His Tacoma motor kind of shit the bed on him a couple weeks ago. So he's getting a whole new motor put in, but got this nice Subaru Forester, I think it is, or Outback SUV here. So we'll see what he has to say when he gets out. All right, guys, so my dad just got here. He's taking a look at the newly constructed road and wood yard for the first time here.
Wow, that's some rock.
Yeah, right? It's a big one. Yeah, stand up next to it.
I mean, I'm 5'10".
Right, I stood up next to it, and I'm 6, so.
Oh. This at least weighs 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, at least. But did a pretty good job, right?
He did, yeah. Wow, this is. Any word from your neighbor there?
No, he knew I was doing it though.
Yeah,
so.
You told him?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, this is.
He offered to help.
This is really nice. Oh, there's some. Nice.
A little bit of firewood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a little bit more up farther.
I mean, this is a road.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
Do it once, do it right.
That's right. This is huge. Yeah.
I had the big chipper back in here on Saturday to chip up some of the rotten wood.
Great. Oh, it's nice you left the ferns.
Yeah, the ferns.
That's nice.
We're concerned about the ferns.
Oh yeah, big concern.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Got to get this hanger. I think we dropped a tree and it broke that branch, but decent sized area to start out with.
Sure. Absolutely. But yeah, you got plenty of room to expand if you want.
Yep, that's the plan. Keep going back. I won't go too much wider, at least in this part. Maybe once you get past that tulip tree, then you can start going a little bit wider.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good so far.
And then this is your ancillary road up to the house, into the...
Exactly, yeah. This is the little temporary one.
Yeah, I mean, that, I guess, the track, they can go up that pretty easy.
Yeah, both machines go up at no problem.
Right.
We got some chips from chipping up the rotten wood and stuff.
Right. Sure.
And yeah.
That's great. This is great. And you know, I mean, as far as turnaround area, it's a little tight, but it'll be a 3-point
Well, so I'm
turn.
thinking that in this area here, between these two trees, he's still got to come back to finish up the final details, but he'll clear that out, and I'll be able to nose up and then kind of back up and do a 3-point kind of turn. Yeah. So it's pretty good so far.
You're gonna maybe fill this in so it doesn't fall off.
Think so. Yeah, he's not totally done, but he got the brunt of it done.
He's gonna level it out.
Yep. Yeah.
Great. Wow, this is a big oak here, huh?
Yeah, we got some big oaks. They need some dead wood pruning, but it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, this is great.
All right, you ready to hit the road?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, guys, we're in the truck. We're moving, so I'm doing it. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I think we'll be able to get there. Stay tuned. Well, guys, we made it. A little bit of some grinding gears and figuring out the transmission on the old truck, but this should look familiar to a lot of you guys. I just pulled Sam's ATV out of the garage. He's being nice enough to allow me to use it to pull the log splitter out from the old wood yard back there. So I just put on the ball and I'm gonna shut up the truck, shut the door at least, go meet my dad in the back, check out the RuggedMade. It's been almost like 3 months since I've used it. Hard to believe. Well, guys, the old RuggedMade RS-737 fired up on the second pull after sitting for about 3 months. I did have it covered with my old handy cover. My dad's taking some of the old tarps that I had here. We're gonna fold those up. But this is the old wood yard. This is where Dude Ranch DIY got its start. I'm very thankful for Sam allowing me to spend all that time back here and split all that wood. I think he got a pretty good end of the deal too. Wood room's full. But yeah, we're gonna let this thing warm up, raise up that arm, fold it all up, and hopefully load it without too much problem onto the back of the new truck. All right, guys, so we got the old RuggedMade splitter hooked up to Sam's ATV. We are missing, it looks like the pin that would hold the outrigger legs kind of like in the up position. So we'll just have to get a replacement pin for that. But my dad's been a big help. How'd the drive go, Instructor Bob?
Well, let's put it this way. Like a woman, you got to get to know her. And he has to get to know her. You know,
her being the truck?
She grinded and she bumped and, you know, but in time, they're going to make some really nice love going through.
It was just those darn second and third gears.
Right, yeah, but it's just a matter of practice.
She's a loose girl. She's pretty loose. She's very loose.
Right. Her shifter is all over the place. She's been around.
She's definitely been around the block.
How old is she?
She's a year older than me. She's, what, 29? Yeah.
She's been around the block.
She's been around.
But not with you.
Not with me, with a couple other people. This splitter's been around the block. It's split a lot of wood, and we're excited to get it back to the wood yard. We got to start splitting wood, huh?
I know. It's been a long time, and I only have maybe a quarter of a cord left from this winter.
Yeah.
The next winter.
We got work to do. But all right, we're gonna drive this out and drop the flatbed, and hopefully it all goes smooth and we can get it on there without too much issue. All right, well, we got it on the ground. Now we just gotta figure out how to get the log splitter up onto the back. It might be a little bit more tricky. Okay, guys, so my dad and I have assembled a little ramp here out of a hodgepodge of things. We got some bluestone, we got some 2x6, really nice pallet, and a piece of plywood. We're hoping that that'll be enough to get it onto the back here. We got one tire that's pretty flat on the right side over here, so we're gonna try and baby it and get it up. All right, guys, so we got it strapped down best way that we could figure out. It's kind of tough. There's no real good tie down points with all the hydraulic lines everywhere, but going over the main beam 3 times to have this block of wood, because the main I-beam's pretty sharp here. Then over there we got a cloth, a rag to absorb most of the sharpness there. But you know, famous last words, that thing's not going anywhere. We should be good. So now we're gonna try and load it back up onto the back of the truck. Well, guys, we made it. Splitter is here. Just pulled the ATV out of the garage for the first time in a while. I'm feeling a lot more confident on the old stick shift. How'd I do, Dad?
Well, you did a lot better, a lot less bumping and grinding.
Yeah, we were trying
to... they're warming up to one another, you know?
We're starting to get acquainted.
Yeah.
Practicing a little double clutch in there.
Yeah, you know, the synchro's got to stop before he puts it in and gets to feel his way in.
Yeah,
He doesn't
so
scream.
all in good time, but definitely feeling much more comfortable than on the drive down there. It's amazing what, 35 minutes behind the wheel of a truck can do. But
a 70-year-old guy helping out,
Yeah, 70 years of experience here. What was your first car?
My first car that I owned
Yeah.
in 1970 was, believe it or not, a CJ5 Kaiser Jeep
And where were you?
in the Bronx.
Doing what with it?
Going to school, snow plowing, jumping people while going to school.
And what? You always told me growing up that the only other people that had those were the gas stations, right?
Right. I used to take the
And you bought it brand new, right?
Yeah, brand new. Yeah, it cost me $3,100.
Wow.
It was fun. It was great. Put the windshield down. My girlfriend, then she became my wife, and the dog.
There you go.
It's great.
All right, well, we're going to get this thing unloaded. I'm going to fire up the truck and see how it does unloading on the gravel here. Unlike the driveway, I think I'm going to have it in gear and kind of creep forward as the bed comes down, because I think it's probably just going to bulldoze the gravel. But we'll find out. Nice. Okay, we're off. Should be good. Well, all right, guys. A bug just flew in my ear, but that's gonna be it for this one. I gotta run in. I got the big green egg fired up, and Sarah and I are cooking some dry rubbed pork tenderloin that she got from the Craft Butcher over the weekend.
Cool.
So we're excited
His
for
mom's
that.
looking for me, and we have no service down the road, so.
So we got to get out of here. The ladies are awaiting, but finally, log splitter in the wood yard for the first time here at the new house.
Yay.
Big step. We have some really exciting stuff coming up this week. I don't know when the videos will come out, but you guys will definitely see it. Probably on more platform than one. That's a little hint, but it's going to be exciting. I think you're going to be here.
Right.
So
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's the day. Today's Monday. You'll probably see this video on like Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. We got a couple lined up. But yeah, that's it. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up. Any questions or comments, feedback, throw it in the comment section below. I know I'm not very good at driving stick yet, but I'm gonna get better. I promise you that. I bought the truck, so it's kind of a commitment.
No, he will. He will. And he didn't make this road for a big grand parade to come down this road, but you'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But that's it. So thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Jake.
I'm Bob.
This is Dude Ranch DIY. We'll see you here next time.